Good morning to all. Today let us derive an expression for effect of dielectric on a parallel plate capacitor. So last class we have studied about dielectric. Dielectric is an insulating material. So the purpose of using the dielectric means it will not allow the charges to pass through, or it will prevent the passage of charge. The ability to retain the charge can be increased by the introduction of dielectric. That is the mere purpose of dielectric. First let us study a parallel plate capacitor with air. A parallel plate capacitor with air. Remember, air is also dielectric. Air is a dielectric. Air is not a good conductor. It will not allow the charges to pass through. And the dielectric strength of air is about 10 power 5 volt per meter. 10 power 5 volt per meter. That means if you apply a 10 power 5 1 lakh volt between the two plates which are separated by a distance of 1 meter, then current will or charge will begins to flow. That is called strength. Dielectric breakdown, beyond which the air will begins to conduct. Suppose I can express this in terms of meter. It can also express as 10 power 3 volt per centimeter. That means if the two plates are separated by a distance of 1 centimeter and if 10 power 3 or 1 kilovolt is applied, then this will begins to conduct. Once it begins to conduct, it cannot be used as a capacitor, because capacitor is a charge storing device. Charge should not be allowed to leakage or to move from one plate to the other plate. Therefore, basically air is also a poor conductor. Therefore, air is a dielectric. Therefore, when I am saying any parallel plate with the air means it is also a parallel plate capacitor with the dielectric. In this case, let D be the distance between the two plates. Let X, Y are the two plates having the charge. In the upper plate I have given the charge is plus Q. The charge will be uniformly distributed through the area, that we can call it as charge density. Naturally, opposite charges will be induced on the upper plate of the upper surface of the lower plate, whose other end is connected to the earth. These are all purpose. What are all the things we are giving here and filled with the air? All the purpose is whatever the charge given to the plate should not undergo leakage. It should be prevented. Anything which is given the charge and retain the charge will be called as capacitor, and the ability is called capacitance. Generally, an expression for capacitance C is equal to charge by V. Now, for this arrangement, we know that the charge Q is in terms of charge density, we can write as sigma A. The next one is I have to find out the potential. To find out the potential between the two plates, we should keep in mind that suppose the electric field between the two plates is uniform. If it is a constant and uniform, or here this sigma by epsilon. If it is a constant uniform, then potential can be written as electric field into distance between the two. In case if the electric field is non-uniform, it is not constant, then in that case potential can be determined by the integral of E. E may be assumed to be constant for a small distance dr, from which we can find out from where we are moving, from D to 0 or 0 to D. And this formula we will use when the electric field is non-uniform. When it is uniform, mean no need to integrate. Therefore, potential V is equal to expression for E based on Gauss law, we derived as sigma by epsilon naught into D. Therefore, I know the expression for Q. Now I got an expression for V. Naturally, now we can derive the expression for C, can be written as Q by V. Q is given as sigma A. Now V is sigma into D. In the denominator, I have write epsilon naught here. This can be taken as a numerator. Instead of writing here, I am taking here. Naturally, sigma gets cancelled. Therefore, capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A by D. This is an expression for any capacitor. Minimum requirement for the capacitor is we need a two plate filled with the air. Air is also dielectric. Now this capacitance depends upon area of the plate. If you increase area of the plate, naturally capacitance will increase. If you decrease the distance between the two plates, then the capacitance will increase. Therefore, capacitance will now depends upon nature of the medium, area of the plate, and the distance between the two plates. It has to be minimized. One more point we want to insist you here is, we know that C is equal to Q by V. Now I want to make a small interpretation based on Q is related to area. When the area increases, naturally Q increases. Therefore, the Q given to the plate depends upon the area, and the potential between the two plates depends upon the D. If the D increases, potential will increase. If the potential increases, capacity will decrease. Therefore, what I say is A is related to Q and D is related to V. When A changes, Q changes, and D changes, V changes. Why I am using this interpretation, that we are going to discuss in the composite material, where we use this approach. So whenever you find A, it can be related to Q and the D can be related to V, because we know that V is equal to E into D. Okay. The next one is, suppose then the two parallel plates are filled with a dielectric slab, some material just like a mica, whose dielectric constant K is equal to something, let it be equal to 6 or some other number. Same concept, charge is given, uniformly distributed throughout the area, charge density. D is the distance between the two plates, and the lower plate is connected to here. Only difference is here the dielectric constant is here, and the dielectric constant is K, and this dielectric constant K is equal to, therefore this dielectric strength or the permittivity of this medium is equal to K into epsilon naught. Therefore, what all the dielectric strength for air will be roughly K times more for this dielectric material. When you introduce a dielectric material, dielectric strength increases. For example, for air, dielectric strength is 10 power 5. For a mica, the dielectric strength will be 6 times of 10 power 5. Therefore, this is K. Therefore, due to the introduction of the dielectric material, the dielectric strength will also increases. How much time it increases is given by the term K. Okay. Now again I am saying that here it is filled with air, here it is filled with some material. For the material, dielectric strength is more than that of air. Therefore, this material will not allow the electricity so easily to pass through it, and this is our basic requirement essential for the construction of capacitance. Okay. Now for this description, again I am going to derive an expression for capacitance. As usual, we know that charge given is similarly say sigma A. But now the electric field between the two plates E is equal to sigma by K into epsilon naught. We can say this is electric field with the slab, this is electric field with the air. To distinguish between the two, we can make this as E1 or E of medium. Therefore, potential between the two plates, as this is a constant, V is equal to, as usual, E into D. Therefore, V is equal to sigma into D divided by K into epsilon naught. Now you can compare the potential in air and potential in slab. Potential in air is this much, potential in slab is V divided by K. Therefore, due to the introduction of the some dielectric material, the potential between the two plates decreases by K times. The electric field also decreases by K times. Then what will happen to the capacitance? We know that C is equal to Q by V. Q is equal to sigma A, and this is sigma D, and into, in the denominator, instead of writing the denominator, I am writing in the numerator, sigma sigma cancel. Therefore, we can write this is epsilon naught A by D into K. Therefore, we can say that capacitance with the slab C dash equal to capacitance with A into K times. Not only the dielectric strength increases due to the K, but also the capacitance also increases due to the K. Therefore, which is better capacitor? It all depends upon the value of K. If you are selecting a dielectric material for which the K is high, means it is a very good capacitor rather than ordinary parallel plate capacitor. Therefore, the designing of capacitance and the value of the capacitance and everything depends upon the nature of the dielectric material you are using between the two plates. With the introduction of dielectric, if K is always greater than 1, if K is very large, and capacitance with the dielectric also increases. Therefore, wherever you want to increase the capacitance, you select the appropriate dielectric material. That is our innovation engineering concept. Then next I come to the another important one is introduction of composite dielectric material. Introduction of composite dielectric. That means dielectric is not a single one, it is a combination of few dielectric material. For example, I am taking number 1, first option. Consider two parallel plate. Then it is filled with the two types of dielectric material. for which the dielectric constant is K1, and this is another material for which dielectric material is K2. The overall area of the plate is for which it is A by 2 and for this it is A by 2, but the distance between the two plates for this dielectric is T, for this also D. Now I can say that this I can separately consider as a one capacitance, therefore this is a C1. And for this we can take this another capacitance C2. Even though it is a composite material, first we can find out it is made up of two different type materials. For this material we can first find out C1. Then C1 for any capacitance for any dielectric material is formula this one, epsilon naught A by D into K. I make use of this formula. Therefore epsilon naught, now A is not A by 2, D is as such T into this dielectric constant is K1, this is called C1, let it be equation number 1. Similarly for C2 you can write, C2 is equal to epsilon naught, again A is nothing but A by 2 and the distance between the two plates is D into the new constant is K2. Now the thing is, I got the two capacitors, this is C1 and this is C2, whether these two are in series combination or parallel combination, that I have to conclude. For that we are making use of this one. So in this case you see A is reduced become as A by 2, but D for both D1 and D2 are equal to D, there is no change in D. What I want to pretend you understand means, in this case the distance between the two plates does not change, but area of each plate gets changed. Whenever the area changes means charge will change. Whenever the charge changes, potential no change means this is called parallel combination. Therefore in any parallel combination, whatever the devices it is connected in parallel, for any parallel combination Q remains same. In our case Q is not same because Q changes, therefore Q becomes A by 2, therefore Q is different. Parallel combination Q is different. Why Q is different means, in our case A differs, therefore here the charge is Q by 2, here the charge is Q by 2, therefore Q differs. But potential, you see, any potential depends upon D, for both the cases D same, therefore potential remains same. Therefore these two capacitors have same potential but different charges. If the two capacitors have same potential different charges, they are said to be in parallel combination. Therefore this I can draw like this one. Therefore first one is C1 and second one is C2, both are in parallel. This is C1 and this is C2. When any two capacitors connect in parallel, we can say that Cp is equal to C1 plus C2. What is C1? Here. What is C2? Here. Then therefore I can find out when the two composite materials folded, area changes, distance does not change means these two capacitors are in parallel. Likewise, now you can imagine like this one. Suppose I am saying this is divided into three parts, A by 3, A by 3, A by 3, A by 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 part. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 part, A by 3, A by 3. Each equal to D, 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 then I can say that here C is C1 plus C2 plus C3. Whenever D does not change means it is called parallel. You think in alternate way. Again I am taking the capacitor filled with the two material, but this time this dielectric is K1, this dielectric is K2. But in this case A remains same, but the D gets reduced to D by 2. Again, for this combination I can take this as a capacitor C1, for this one I can take the capacitor C2. Now I can say that C1 is equal to epsilon naught, A does not change, but D changes as D by 2 means 2 into K1. For C2, epsilon naught A by D, again D by 2, 2 into K2. This is C1 and this is C2. But again you come here. Whenever the area does not change means charge will not change. When the charge does not change means it seems to be they are in series combination. In this case area change. Area does not change. A is same. Whenever A is same, I can say that charge will remain same. But the distance between the two bits off, therefore it differ. Therefore potential will be different. When the potential is different, this combination is series. The combination is series. For a series combination, I can say that this is C1 and this is C2, both are in series. For this combination, now the C is equal to C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. That's all. Therefore, any composite material, any type of material you can take, first thing is for each one you have to find out C1 and C2. Then you have to compare whether A changes or D changes. Again repeating, if A does not change, then Q does not change, it is series. If D does not change, B will not change, then it is parallel. Therefore, you have to identify which is a parallel and which is a series. Then based on this, you can find out the effective capacitance. Therefore, these are all the overall vision regarding the effect of dielectric on a parallel plate. One more thing I want to insist you that air is a dielectric. For air there is a dielectric strength. Similarly, if you introduce another material whose dielectric strength is more than that of air, so that only we need or reside on certain material for which the value of K must be high. So when the value of K increases, naturally the overall capacitance increases. Therefore, the opportunity or chances for the leakage of charge from the capacitor will decrease or will be almost minimized. The process of minimizing the opportunity of leakage of charges from the capacitor is called capacitance. That capacitance is our aim. To increase the capacitance of a capacitor, dielectric is preferable. Whether it is a air or any material, if it is a composite, whether the composite material is the same D or the composite material is the same A or your delta, just you go through, you will get some idea. Learning is a process of something searching within you. Therefore, teaching and learning cannot be separated. Any learning will be associated with teaching, any teaching will be associated with the learning. I am also still in the learning process for the purpose of teaching. Rest will discuss in the next class. Thank you very much.